who wins and all that. So I guess I'll put this question forward, because there's been a lot of talk about Conor fighting after this. Now, obviously, if he loses, the world is falling. The sky is falling if Conor McGregor loses. For the UFC, for Conor, because this is basically as big of a layup as you can have. A guy coming off 2 knockout losses, a guy that's known to kind of struggle in situations like these, a stylistic nightmare for him. And if he loses, this guy's falling. So we're not even going to talk about that. And there will be talks of retirement and the whole nine. But if he wins, Conor McGregor has talked about fighting everybody under the fucking sun. In ESPN interviews, at the press conferences, Manny Pacquiao is a name that has been surfacing a lot, and apparently Pacquiao's team told Kevin Iole, they told Conor in the UFC that they want that fight. And Conor said he wants a boxing title. There's been a lot made of that. He said he wants to fight Masvidal, Gaethje, Khabib. He said he'll fight Usman, Floyd rematch. I'll put this question forward. If Conor McGregor wins on Saturday night, and he does it in impressive fashion. Let's not say it's some freak. Let's not say it's like a freak accident. It's not like an injury. Let's say he goes out there and he starches Cerrone. Makes everybody forget that he hasn't won in 4 years. Of all the options that he's listed, what fight do you want to see next for him?
I mean, I want to see him continue in the UFC by all means. I mean, I think Masvidal name has been the big one that's been thrown out there. And that's a good money fight. I almost feel like the issue with me is that Masvidal doesn't want to chase the title, and it's probably what he should be doing, because he's in that position to do that and fight Kamaru. But I mean, that's a story in itself. But he really wants that Conor fight, because he's really in the light right now, and that'd be great for the UFC for Jorge to fight Conor. That brings two massive groups of fans in together for this crazy event. And you can build a crazy card out of it, and then maybe and it's probably undeserved, but maybe whoever wins that fight fights for the title or whatever. I mean, it's just, you can do a lot right now. I think. And the boxing thing's cool. The crossover's great. I feel like Conor can do that whenever. I just don't know if I want him to do that now, because at the end of the day, I feel like Conor should always stay in MMA no matter what. Obviously, if he did go into the boxing thing, that'd be great. But he's fighting an amazing boxer in Manny, who just beat a former world champion, young guy, undefeated in boxing. And Conor is a talented boxer. We saw it against Floyd. I mean, there's stuff there. There's a bit of hope. He just fought one of the best of all time. I just don't think the boxing thing is really what he should be pursuing when he has so many opportunities now in the UFC, now that he's back. And going forward, I mean, if he wants to fight Khabib, I think the Gaethje match, like he said, he's gonna treat it like a season. I think if he fought Gaethje after that, whoever wins between Gaethje and just Conor, fights for the title after, I think that'd be great. I feel like that'd sell tickets. You get 2 Conor fights in a year. Maybe some way to sneak in that third fight for Conor in a year. Maybe he doesn't want it. I don't know. To set up for the next 2021 big title card. Khabib, and wherever, somewhere back, fucking maybe they'll do it in Ireland for the memes, or Abu Dhabi, whatever. The thing is, I think Conor has better opportunities in the UFC right now more than anything than outside of it.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree, and especially if what he said is true. He said he might make $80 million from this fight. Now, obviously, that's encompassing the ESPN deal, because now he's going to be getting paid from ESPN as well as the UFC, and then there's the pay-per-view, which you need to get a massive cut of, and so there's a lot of factors here. And then, but of all the opponents he's thrown out there, I don't necessarily have a problem with him doing boxing next. I know a lot of people are like, what the fuck, man? No, here's the thing, no matter what decision Conor McGregor makes, people are going to be pissed off at him. People thought it would be like a joke if he were to fight Floyd or Manny next. I think it's pretty inoffensive. As far as, I would rather see that over, him skipping the line to fight Khabib next. Now, obviously, at lightweight, there's a lot of different guys that could get title shots, but I think Gaethje's a clear one. And for example, let's say he starches Cerrone, and then he marches immediately into the Khabib rematch. Unless it's like a situation like Tony falls out, and he steps in on short notice, I'd be really pissed off at that, because Gaethje's clearly the number one behind that fight. So as far as the Floyd Manny options, they're pretty inoffensive. They're not bad. If he was truly searching for a world title, Manny's like 147. Conor can make that. He'd have a massive size advantage. There's a lot of stuff that would go into that fight that would to even talk about analysis is way too far off. I think Manny would clearly win, but and then Floyd was to come out of retirement, and he said he'd fight a UFC fighter. The whole thing, that would make sense. That'd make a lot of money. But as far as all the options, I think Usman makes no sense. That's somebody he said he's looking at welterweights. I really don't want to see Usman. That would just, and even Conor kind of backtracked on that. He said it'd be a lot like the Habib fight. He said he's here for fun fights and stuff to entertain crowds. That would not be a very fun one. I think Masvidal makes the most sense. I really do. I think I want him to stay out of 155 for a moment, and I think that makes the most sense. He said Dana pissed him off by saying that he's too small for welterweight, which frankly he is. I mean, he said he's going to be 169 for the weigh-ins tomorrow. That's what John Kavanaugh said as well. He's pretty small for welterweight, and Masvidal's in that space where he's not too big, he's not too small. He's a former 155er, which people forget. He used to make lightweight, so he's not exactly too big, he's not too small, he's kind of perfect for welterweight. I think that's the fight to make next. I think it depends on a lot of stuff, and Masvidal is going to be cage side for the fight Saturday, so we'll see what happens if any antics happen. But, so there you go. That's